Hi friends, do you sometimes feel a little bit hopeless, stuck, no energy, not being able to find your motivation? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about my own experience with these feelings. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is where I share a little bit of my own experiences and how my body and my mind process the information. My name is Raquel Perez, and I am a licensed professional counselor candidate in the state of Colorado. With that, let's go ahead and get started. It's very early in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. on a super hot day in 2005. I'm 23 years old, and I can hear my 3 kids stirring about the house with their excitement at what the day has to hold. They're waiting for me to get up because I am the only adult that they have available to them. Their dad left us a few years back, and so it is me and them against the world. And I know that they are so excited because, well, what kid isn't excited in the middle of summer? And there is a whole swimming pool just a few feet away from our apartment. And I know I have to get up and I have to get them ready and take them over to the pool because they will have so much fun there. And it will be so much better than being cooped up in this tiny apartment. And yet, I cannot bring myself to pull the blankets from my body. And even though the day outside is beautiful and sunny, my world is dark and lonely. And so I grab my blankets and I pull them up just a little bit more, and I sink into my bed and I mute the sounds of my children. And the thoughts that are going through my head are, you're such a horrible person. You are so lazy. Why don't you just get up? And it won't be for another 15 years when I recount my story to a complete stranger. And I could still see her face. And I could still see her eyes and the sadness in them and the compassion in her. I could see her look at me. And she says, wow, that sounds so hard. And it sounds like you were in an impossible situation. And it wasn't until I heard those words that I was able to understand that I wasn't a horrible person and I wasn't lazy. I was just severely depressed. Now, I've learned a lot about my depression over the years. I've learned that for me, my depression is very closely tied to feeling stuck. And that feeling stuck brings on feelings of embarrassment and feelings of shame. And those feelings bring with them negative narratives and information to me. And this keeps me stuck in a cycle and in a pattern that leads to more depression. Now, I've also noticed that when I surround myself around supportive people with their supportive messages, it helps me to begin to look beyond my shame, beyond my guilt and my embarrassment, to start to see that those glimpses of a little bit of a deeper truth. And this allows me to begin to process and digest my pain and my painful experiences. And when I am able to process my pain and my painful experiences, I am able to look at everything that lies deep inside of me. I am able to find my motivation, my truths, and allow them to begin to guide and to move me. Because you see, I am a firm believer that everything we need lies within us. It's just that sometimes our pain and our symptoms don't let us access that information. And with all of this, my negative cycle begins to shift and it begins to morph into a much more positive cycle that is aligned and conducive with motivation and activation. And I will admit that when this shift first began happening for me, it was not within my awareness. I was not aware that this shift was happening. It has definitely been more recently when I have really been able to be mindful of what is happening in my life and those shifts that are happening through meditation, through, again, supportive people and their supportive messages, and through having a very gentle curiosity to explore what it is that lies inside of me. So maybe I am that supportive person for you today. And so I want to say that you aren't a horrible person and that you definitely aren't lazy or any of the other number of negative narratives that you have floating around in your mind. But maybe you just happen to be a little bit depressed right now, or a lot of bit depressed. Well, friends, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with me and watch this. Here's another short video, 5-minute meditation for strong emotions. Until next time, bye for now.